Read. Had your gobs. Public service announcement from Fatster's economy lad. All the crap coming is read. But didn't ask when war Sloggs and Dan or a couple of doylums that canna use the netty proper, let alone find their arse from their elbow. So gan canny. All the pictures taxed them from all hour. So cheers to all the hinnies who hide them out there. So all canny here over the dirt. So if you didn't like it, like me granny used to say, it's nice to be nice. If you can't be nice, fuck off. Didn't let the bairns listen to this unless you want them to go on proper rage and mental. Reap man, pet man. This is one of them D as I say, not as I D moments. If ye want to copy us, Divin come running to us after with a broken leg. Cheers, bairns. Gan canny.
Agree. There you go. I can see you on the laptop. Can you see me?
Not yet. No. Can you see us then?
I can see you, yeah.
What, just on the phone as we're talking now? Or can you see me on the...
Oh, there he is.
With video.
That's it. Click on that. Oh, it's coming.
Oh.
You should be. Your audio is connecting.
Going with computer audio, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey!
What's that? Is that my phone? I thought you had my phone. How do I turn this off? Do I just turn this off?
Yeah, just press the red button. If there's a red button there.
I think just toss it across the room into the corner, don't you?
Oh, look. No, he's bloody frozen already. What's happened here?
Renny's fucking up in here. It's a great shot. Nah.
Is that my...
We're so close.
Is it my internet that's unstable?
Yeah. Is it saying that on your screen?
Let me move. I'm on this. I got this chair out the skip the other day, so hopefully we don't have any chairs, as you can see. We don't actually own any chairs. So this one is
You know
on wheels.
I'm Dan Watson.
I'm Paul Sloggett. Welcome to the dirt.
Hey?
We got to take it while it's here right now.
Right, is it better internet now?
Yeah, you've not broken up in.
Mate.
Say again?
Are you watching TV at the same time?
Well, I don't know how to turn it off.
What, the TV? You don't even know how to turn the TV off.
Right, it's off. I have to go get my beer now. Right, I'm ready.
You ready?
Fire away. What's the first question?
Evening, mate.
How's it going?
Cheers to you, Renny. How are you, bub?
Yeah, I'm all good. Sorry about the other night. I saw your message and then I was ready, but I didn't obviously read your message.
You know what? I'd got back from like Legoland with the kids and a family holiday like the day before, and
Yeah.
I was so, and I'd been to work that day straight up the day after, and I was just absolutely knackered.
Yeah.
Sloggs was out with all his other football mates, cheering them on, I think, for the weekend.
You're in the boozer.
Yeah, he's all one of those, what they call him, he goes out wearing bloody Ben Shermans and stuff like that. And
Oh, what nice tops.
yeah, Stone Island and things like that.
I feel like I'm joining a fucking different conversation here. I don't even know what we're going on about.
You and all your football mates.
Oh, them. Oh, yeah, the side team and all that.
out watching.
Well, I didn't want to let you guys down because you put bloody a lot of effort into this. It's like I can understand it's a pain in the arse trying to organise. Idiot.
Oh, it's a fucking nightmare, to be honest. It takes up most of my time, to be honest, Renny.
I can imagine.
There's a little vein just popping up on the side of my head right now. If it's visible, just ignore it.
Renny, I do absolutely fuck all towards this podcast. Except
you just answer the question. I mean, not answer the questions, and then you don't edit it or anything.
No, don't fuck on. Rock up. I have a bath. Rock up to my bed, to the room, and I'm done. And then I can worry about it to the next episode.
Do you have to edit it then?
Yeah, bits and pieces.
You can't just back. I thought it was going to be live.
If we were just doing it just like audio podcasts, then yeah, it'd be much easier. But because I put it out on YouTube, I felt when we started that it would make for better visuals and stuff like that, to have photos and videos alongside the show to sort of keep a bit of interest. And yeah, it's turned into a bit of a task every week, shall we say?
I know, bloody hell, you've had a lot of people on it.
Well,
you've had loads of people on it, haven't you?
Yeah, well, and long may it go on. If people, all the time people are willing to come on and have a chat with us, and we can put a bit of goodwill and positivity out into the mountain board world, then why not? I think there's ATB mag dropped off, Scuzz mag and mountain board mag dropped off. Remolition took up the crown, and Surfing Dirt and that have been pushing, and the International Mountain Board Association are involved with the 4 Down project and stuff.
Yeah.
And there are little pockets of people, like individuals, I suppose much like we are really, that are putting out good content and stuff and trying to keep the Stoke alive.
It's hard because I suppose before it used to be a magazine, and wasn't it? Now with all the internet, it's trying to keep it all grouped, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's it. This is it. I suppose that's a big part of it. Yeah, kind of grouping it together a bit, keeping a bit of an overall aspect on it. And I mean, having people that are, current in the game and past in the game, and hopefully in a not too distant future, we'd like to have a few new riders. Well, I say new, in their first couple of years of riding, and that for their side of what they're getting out of the community. It's that's basically the bottom line of it, and so that we can have something so we're old and grey, even more old and even more grey.
Look back at it.
To be able to go, yeah, do you know what? We had a good time back in the day riding them off-road wheelie boards.
Yeah. When you're in the nursing home and your mind's completely fucking gone, not just half gone now.
Just dribble, just play the Dirt on repeat. There's got to be surely
plenty of hours of it.
Well, that's what we've done. We've done. I think this will be episode 19, if assuming it goes out in the right order. So if there's an hour and a half, we've already got over a day, a whole 24-hour days period of pure dirt.
That's fucking torture. That is putting someone through that for 24 hours.
You two fucking.
But the thing is, Renny, like you say, YouTube having on. Although it's obviously us hosting it every week.
Yeah.
Like all you fuckers out there, like yourself and the people that are listening and who have been involved, you're all as batshit crazy as me and Sloggs. So there's no point in fucking trying to take any moral high ground.
Anything's good, isn't it? It's only like going down the pub, isn't it?
That's exactly it.
You spend at least 2 hours in the pub, don't you? So talking to blokes you don't know.
Talking to weirdos at the bar.
Yeah.
At least there are a few memories between most of us, or at least joint memories between
yeah.
And hopefully we'll delve into some of that, because, I mean, let's be honest, you've been in this game a long time now, haven't you?
In a while, I think.
Yeah, just
I've been kind of out of it for a while as well, I suppose, haven't I? So.
Well, but no. I don't think you can say you're fully out of it, because you're not. It's not like you stopped riding. Whether it, a board. Certainly, I think I'm right to say. I mean, we'll go into this a bit more, but wherever you are, you've probably got a board of some description within a few meters radius of you, whether it be a skateboard, a snowboard, a mountain board, a surfboard. There ain't. I can't. Do you wakeboard as well?
I went to the Philippines and did that. That was wicked. PWC wakeboard park.
Right, fair enough. Well, there you go. So that's what I mean. There's not a board.
I used to wakeboard a fair bit, actually. They've got
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So,
I've tried them all.
Is there a board sport you haven't done?
Haven't done that new wing foiling thing, or the when you come up out of the water.
Oh, that does look.
You have.
Say again.
I was wondering to Sloggs. I thought he said he was about to say that he had a go.
No, I'm not had a go. No. I knew what Renny got about.
Yeah. You've not tried it, Sloggs.
No, not yet. I'd like a crack at it though.
I know, it looks wicked, like cruising along and then jetting out of the water half a metre.
Yeah, and you seem to pump it forward to generate speed, don't you?
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
No, I'd like to, like I said, I've never done it, so I'd like to try that one. So, I mean, they keep bringing new ones out all the time, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, still skateboarding a lot. I mean, mountain boarding, obviously not as much, but when the summer picks up, I'll be doing a bit more. I need to get myself an e-board, hang out with you lunatics.
Well, I'll be up in Nottingham end of the month.
What day?
Last weekend in the month, 25th, 26th, 27th, around that time.
Meant to be going to bloody Canada.
Just cancel it, Renny.
Yeah, just cancel. What do you mean going to Canada? I've just said that I'm going to Nottingham, and you want to go fucking Canada?
Well, come to Canada with me. Not Nottingham.
I've only got a weekend. If we can do it in a weekend, I'll tell the wife and kids. Yeah, I've got to go with Renny. It's only for the weekend.
You'll be crammed in a van with three of us.
What, you're driving to Canada?
No, we're going to obviously fly there. We're getting out before it bloody gets bombed in England.
So, Renny, where are you based at the moment?
What? Do you want me to move there? My boss is telling me I'm too loud.
Oh, you better do what you're told, man. I know I would.
I'll go on the movable chair.
Just get the chair.
Shit, I'm jammed already. Sorry about this.
Fucking bring it on a board. Can't ride a fucking seat to save his fucking life.
Yeah. There's that much shit on. We haven't got we haven't got proper flooring.
Is it? This is your pad, is it?
There's a skateboard, a snowboard strapped to a skateboard.
A snowboard strapped to a skateboard.
Yeah.
As should do.
That's bloody hell, I've got skateboards everywhere. You're right. Look, here's another one. There's one there. This one's quite good, actually. This is a mountain board one.
Yeah.
It's a mountain board deck. Jim Beam one.
Who made that then? What was it? Off an old cricket or something?
No, it was like one of the German ones or something. It's good, well made.
Right.
But I've never used it to mount it.
Did you win that or something?
Yeah, I won it. Yeah. It was a Jim Beam thing, but I can't remember a lot about it.
Had you been drinking the Jim Beam?
No, I didn't drink.
Oh no, he's moved into the other room, isn't he?
Yeah, I know. The boss has kicked him out and into the other room, and now his reception's gone. We're back. Where
Right.
are Be quiet. We'll be quiet.
Right, sorted.
Right. So, Renny, where are you based at the moment?
So right, I'm basically about 45 minutes from the centre of Nottingham, sort of in between Nottingham and Lincoln. So a place called Newark,
Right.
which, do you know it or not?
I know of it.
It's on Antiques Roadshow now and then.
A nice sleepy northern village.
It's very flat and pretty steady Eddie. I'm not far from Nottingham. I'm pretty much, if you could fly, it'd take me 10 minutes to get to Nottingham.
Yeah.
But driving's about 40 minutes. You can do it in half an hour if you don't get any traffic. But
yeah. And is Newark your hometown then?
it is now. We moved here in lockdown.
Right.
So I used to live a bit further north than this.
Right.
Not far, about another 20 minutes north.
Well, why not indulge us with a little bit of talk about your old hometown when you were a little bit more of a nipper? Like we touched on earlier, you've been doing this now. When do you think your first? Talk us through your first meetings.
VHS video in 1997.
Sorry.
I've got a VHS video in 1997. I was doing it a bit before then, so
really,
yeah. So it would have been 96 probably when I got my board. First board, my dad bought it for me.
How old are we talking here, Renny?
Hey,
How old are we talking?
I can't do the maths, but I'm 35 now, minus 1996. What's that make it?
That's 26 years.
Yeah.
26 years.
So
And how old are you now? 35.
35, yeah.
You were 9 when you started riding.
Yeah, 9, 10 when I started riding, yeah.
What was your first board?
152 Defender with the big steel frame on it.
Nice.
That was heavy as fuck for a 9-year-old.
Yeah, but I couldn't even. I remember I had to start with always one foot in the back and then just go off. You couldn't start an ant and jump it right.
Yeah.
I had that for 4 years. 4 years I rode that.
Shit the bed at 9 years old. Fucking hell, man. That's pretty nuts. I mean, that's the same amount of time as the likes of Don Baker and Coney Karma and what is it? 1992, no snow. Knocked
Is
out.
that when no snow started? 92.
Yeah, and I think I'm right. Matt Brind comment in saying that MBS and Outback from Australia, is it Outback? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
the three-wheel.
That 3-wheel thing, but it had 2 at the front, didn't it? And one at the back.
So I think all 3 of those started in 92.
Nathan Jenkins and Pete were the king of those, weren't they? Pete Jenkins.
Tatham.
Yeah. No, not Tate. Nathan
Pete Jenkins?
Yeah. They used to ride the 3-wheelers, didn't they?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I thought you meant they were back in 96, in 97. I'm trying to do the maths thinking they were even younger then. But yes, they did. You're right. I'm sure of it.
I can't remember many people riding those bloody Outback things. I remember riding and they were good, but bloody hell, they were
quite high, weren't they? They had like
Yeah,
10-inch wheels, and the deck seemed to be really high off the floor.
Yeah, you had that quite fancy, like, bike handlebar frame underneath it, didn't it? They turned like anything.
Yeah, you could really.
Did it have wishbone, like wishbones on it, didn't it?
Yeah, when you move the ball, it moved the wheels. Do they still make them now?
There's got to be variants out there.
Yeah,
probably.
I've forgotten all about them. There was a weird one at the centre for a while.
Yeah, I've thought I'd remembered one from there as well. Yeah,
I'd forgot all about them bloody contraptions.
Oh, I got messaged about the Loco tonight. It's yeah, just before coming on. I haven't replied to it yet, and I haven't seen the full message. I just saw it ping up.
What, are you selling something?
No, I'm buying a Loco. Do you remember those? They were like two rollers, a roller at each end. I don't know. I don't know what's up with my arms tonight.
With the two rugby balls at the end.
Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah.
What are those things? They don't turn.
No,
Send it back.
They were all right as long as you got berms. You can do. I don't know. They're just fun on a grassy slope, aren't they? No bindings. It's a grass sledge for the kids as well.
I think Potter rode it on his chest, didn't he, off the water jump?
I'm going to have to go and search for a bloody
Potter did a whole body board all the way down the hill and off the jump. It was wicked. Gnarly.
Once I receive it, I'm sure it'll make the backdrop somewhere.
Where'd you get it off? eBay?
Marketplace.
I
I can't remember how much I'm paying him for it. It's not expensive.
I know they looked like they were going to revolutionise the sport, but then they never really worked, did they?
There were two versions, and we had at the Priory we had it was the pro version, and it was a black metal framed one.
With a drop down deck on it.
Yeah, it had a drop down deck on it rather than just being a plain.
So it was a bit lower.
And you could fit. I think you can fit snowboard bindings to the flat deck one as well, but you could also fit snowboard bindings to the pro model,
right?
And that made it a little bit more manageable. I used to race all the kids down the border cross with it,
and you could get down the hill on it.
Yeah, on Priory cross. All the
could turn it.
Could
always turn it.
Yeah. To a degree, but when you're saying turn, mountain boards are like bloody yachts to turn. That's more like a steamliner. But it does go, and you can get a bit of speed when you're strapped in like a snowboard binding. You can push the back end, you can push the ends out to get it sliding a bit, so you can drift them a little bit.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Like I said, I rode one once and fell off, stood on it with no bindings, and it's real rocky, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun, and like I say, it's just pocket change, really. It wasn't expensive. If I'd have had to have paid what they were probably sold for originally, I would never dream of it.
Yeah. Well, they were good because they were so light, weren't they?
Yeah. Because they didn't have the trucks to worry about, but you still the componentry on it, I think, was still steel and like rolled steel to get around the edges of the rugby balls.
Yeah,
but it was quite thin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was trying to find a picture of one, but you and Flash, you could do some work down with Flash one up there just now.
Lazy bastard. Fine. I'll do something. I'll find a picture to put up on there. Yeah. We were saying back in 96, 97.
Yeah, well, I've got a video
riding the Defender. I mean, geez, if you have any old pictures of that sort of time period that knocking about, please send them.
I've got VHS videos.
Oh, Amon Shaw's got a VHS translator.
I think Mum and Dad have got one at home, so
actually, it might have been a DVD.
I'll record it on my phone like I'm at the cinema.
Yeah. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. You got about a week.
I remember there was a competition in Sheffield in '97,
Right.
and I'd never had bindings on, so my dad made some bindings with windsurfer straps and 10mm bolts, and he put more bolts on the outside to strengthen it up, and that was it. Away you go.
So how did you bump into mountain boarding? Because it was like really early days of the sport in this country. So how did you just like?
Where did your dad see it? How did your dad
go out? I saw it on was it on Blue Peter?
Right.
And I saw it, and I suppose like seeing anything, if you fancy it, you go like, right, how do I do it?
Yeah.
Saw it, and then we were actually in Canada. I was snowboarding in Canada. And my dad bought an ex-demo one from Canada and brought it back to England. So it was actually from Canada in the snowboard shop.
Right.
So that was it. So it wasn't brand new. It was like a demo one that he bought out there. He'd never seen one before for sale in England.
Yeah.
So you didn't bump into anyone you was like, oh, like...
No, I didn't know anyone. Didn't know anyone that did it.
How long were you riding this Defender for?
I think it
you said about 3 or 4 years.
4 years.
All by yourself?
Pretty much, yeah.
At 9 years old.
I didn't have any.
In my head, I'm building up a picture of your old man dragging you out with your mountain board on a weekend and walking up hills with you, and
carrying the board back up the hill for you because it's so fucking big.
Fucking heavy, yeah.
It was about the height of me. No, I didn't have egg shots in it either, so the amount of speed wobbles I got, it was horrific.
But obviously you persevered, so...
No, I did buy some egg shocks eventually. I had them in the only in the front, and not in the back.
It's better than just keeping them all on heel side.
Yeah, then I put some sling bungees, the slingshot things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember those? I made my own bungee jump, bungees.
Yeah, bungee cords.
Just try and stiffen it up a bit. And then eventually I did buy some egg shots because I think they were like 20 quid.
Yeah.
So it was like, 20 quid for some eggs or something.
Who are you buying these bloody anal love beads here?
Dad, come on, go buy me some of these.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh,
yeah, well, it's basically Ian Mitchell-Innes Max Track.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it was only him bringing boards in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then he used to hold that competition every year, the one at Easter. So every year I used to go down to that. Well, that was the only one, I think, wasn't it?
It predates. It predates me. I managed to do one Eastnor event before they stopped holding it, because I think there's like wild deer and stuff in there, wasn't there? And I think they were a bit worried about the impact that it was having on the ground.
Obviously, my mum and dad absolutely loved going down there, so every year we'd go sort of down there camping, and I'd ride the 4-wheeler. Then that was it. That was kind of the highlight of the year.
And what did Ian Mitchell-Innes make of you when you first turned up at this event that he's held or started?
No, we saw him. He saw him at the Sheffield one.
Yeah,
Sheffield event. So then, after then, we got his. Well, I didn't get his details, but my mum got his details. And then they said they hold an event every year. Down there, come on down.
What was it? Just like a trade stand that he had going on at the Sheffield event, or was it wasn't a demo? Because I can't think who would have been riding.
It was a competition, but it was. I mean, there's probably, I don't know, it might have been 25, 30 people there or something.
Yeah.
It was like, well, he was really big into promoting the sport, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So,
I'm just thinking in terms of origin and history, that probably might well have been one of the first events ever sort of held in the country. It'd be
Yeah.
kind of nice to know who was riding.
Well, it was Jason Lee came over, MBS Jason Lee.
Right.
He's in the video. Remember that? Potter, Pete and Dave were there on their no snows. My mum was getting told off for videoing their prototypes.
Really?
The ideas.
Because YouTube was around back there to put that out to the worldwide audience.
Was YouTube then available?
Oh, Christ.
Oh, was it not?
No. It's
How was
VHS.
YouTube?
We hadn't even invented digital. The information superhighway hadn't been invented back then.
Oh, bloody hell. I don't know. I got my first internet phone at 16, so I was a bit late. That's probably quite early, is it?
Yeah, well, I think I got my first phone in 98. I was 18 in 98.
98.
So
How old are you now?
42.
Yes, you've been.
Are you only 42, Dan?
Renny was rocking. Hold up, let's cut to the point here. Renny was rocking his own mobile phone at 10, 11 years old.
Drug dealer.
doing ride-along cameras.
What the fuck, man?
No, not at 10, 11. I got my first mobile at 16.
Oh, that's okay. I was thinking, what?
No, I remember getting a mobile at 16, but there was no bloody internet on it, was there?
No.
Internet on the phones and new figures of it.
Yeah, I don't know whether YouTube would have been. Who knows? We'll save that for another episode when YouTube started. Well, I mean, more interesting when mountain boarding started.
Yeah, so basically went to that Sheffield comp, and then ever since then kept going to Eastnell.
Yeah.
Did the Eastnell things every year. Am I quiet enough?
Yeah, you're good. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Am I quiet enough?
Yeah, you're quiet enough.
You're quiet enough.
Yeah, these two muppets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when that went off, and then I managed to get a sponsorship through Match Track, Ian, and then it basically all just took off from there. Then I went under the wing of AJ. I don't know if that was good being under the wing of him or bad.
Well, I'm sure it was good. I've had DC said to me on the weekend about how much fun he had with me back in the day when I was carrying him around the events and
destroying it,
stuff like that. Yeah, I said, well, whether it was good or bad, it is what it is, and hopefully it just sort of opens your eyes to the big wide world or the big wide world at that age.
Yeah,
It's made you the person you are today.
That's it.
not very good.
I don't know. From what I've seen, Lenny, you've led a pretty enriched life, shall we say?
It's been very good. Definitely can't complain. I've been complaining. Definitely been complaining a lot, but can't complain about it.
Hey, we only get this bloody one shot at it, mate. You got to make the most of everything, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So you have probably been then. Are you MBS's, do you reckon, longest term? Do you still have any dealings with MBS? Were you their longest term rider?
I ring them up and ask for free shit, but they don't give it to me anymore.
Ian, got me one of them new Dylan Warren decks, please.
So, no, like I said, I still obviously support them in any way I can.
But I mean, having them back years over the years, or certainly your youth years, must have been a nice way to grow up. I mean, I've known you since I first got on the scene. Obviously, I mean, you're pretty unmissable in the yellow helmet, which has to be said, mate. I'm so glad that you still rock a fucking yellow helmet these days. There's awesome. But you always had a smile on your face as a youth. You still do to this day. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you, and it's always a fucking giggle a minute as well. So yeah, it's you're a testament to positivity, and it's nice, refreshing.
Well, it's always good not working, getting hammered on the weekend, isn't it? Reality sits back on Monday when he can't walk because his arse is killing.
But yeah, so MBS was with you, or you were with MBS growing up, competing in the under-14s, in the ATBA champs and stuff like that. Let's be honest, doing you obviously done under-14s, under-18s. I assume you probably didn't bother with the open class. Did you just go straight from under-18s to pro?
I think they didn't have no, I think I was in the open. I don't think they had the pro division. I think the pro division is quite new, isn't it?
Yeah, that did come later. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah.
So it was when the Masters, wasn't it? That was it.
Yeah, because it was just all in. There was never a pro division.
Ladies, obviously.
Yeah.
Who knows? Well, we'll find out in the comments below what year the pros first started. I quite like this. We just reference comments below.
No, you used to turn up and hopefully the AJ manager had sorted out the entrance thing, and then John was a good one. Lucky, really.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know that I remember your mum and dad knocking about too much at the events. I assume that they would have been there, or whether you were just under AJ's watch over the weekends or what. But they've seen you travel Europe, haven't they, MBS, and filming and doing demos. I'm assuming all over the country at shows and events and.
Yeah, the demos thing was pretty full on. All the MBS demos was like every other weekend. Not every, but it seemed like that. Because if you had a competition, you do the competition, then you do a demo the next second week, and then there'd be another competition or something like that. So it was quite full on. It used to be quite busy in the summer. Every other weekend you were doing something.
Yeah. How long were you demoing and competing then at the same time for MBS?
The demoing almost was just as much fun as competing, I suppose. It wasn't like it was a chore. You went there because you wanted to ride rather than just do a demo.
Yeah.
But
they had that pretty cool setup for a while with the Land Rover and the drop-in and stuff like that for a while. But before that, you had the ATB mag setup was going around. Were you riding that? I'm assuming, weren't you?
Yeah, I rode that, but that didn't get put up that many times, did it? I don't think.
I'm not sure. You tell me.
I can't remember.
You were there, Renny.
No fucking memory left.
You'll have to ask the bloody Tommy K and those lads.
Yeah, well, they were
They know the bloody better score. How many times that went up? But I don't know. I'm sure. Yeah, I remember riding on it. It was pretty gnarly. It was always like gnarly setup, but it was good.
So you preferred the Land Rover setup?
They're all the roll-ins were like bloody hell.
They all look steep and tight transitions on the bottom.
Yeah. I know. Never compressed at the bottom, but when you saw some people like compress at the bottom and then go off the ramp a bit sideways, then you're like, shit.
Oh,
right. You know what I mean? That feeling of no control.
Yeah. Oh. And where did that take you? Was that just in the UK, the demos, or did you get to tour a bit over Europe on the demos?
No, I never did a Europe tour. I went to what is it, Winterberg.
Mhm.
Went now with Tommy Kay and Ian. I can't even remember what we went over for. I think it was either to check out the new setup they had there or what it was. But went over there, rode. But it wasn't like a demo, but I never actually demoed in Europe. I don't even think they ever did a demo in Europe.
Fair enough.
I don't know. You're asking me, aren't you?
I've got to say, I can't tell you what you've lived through, Renny.
I haven't been to Europe. I don't know what I did every time there. But I remember Morzine, Cortina.
I remember doing Morzine with you in 2006, for the record.
Was that the one where they had the slalom?
No, that was 2005. You did, actually. That was the slalom, and you were racing. And did you win, or did you get to set the finals?
I won both of them.
Yeah, because it was like a best of 3 in the finals or something there. Yeah. Who was that? Tommy Kay you was in there with on the finals?
I can't remember. I think he was bloody doing it switch. He was doing it switch better than most of us could do it regular.
I'm not surprised.
I won both slaloms, and then I think because it was quite good for us in the open, we could always go up.
Yeah,
I can't remember how.
I think Nico Maldonado was also one that was doing quite well on that.
Yeah, he was.
I only say that because I've watched that Dirty Tricks recently, and I remember.
Was that on VHS?
No, thankfully, yeah, that's the one that I've got on VHS, but it's also up on YouTube.
When was that invented?
About 1973, I think.
Oh, dear. But that was good. More like they never had a comp again in Morsey.
I don't know when the last one was. I mean, I know the year I was there because I was there. I don't know about before or after.
Because that was such a good crack going to that. Well, that ski. Well, not that area was good, wasn't it?
It was the big air set up in the town.
Big air was bloody gnarly. I hurt my ankle really bad, so I couldn't compete in that.
Oh,
that's a shame. Because that jump was huge.
Yeah,
it's big.
I don't think, to be honest, freestyle was still at such an early age then that there were probably some of the jumps were verging on too big for the ability of a lot of the riders. I hope I'm not speaking out of term there. But it was always that gauge because you want it to look good for the crowd. And you want the riders to progress and push for bigger and better tricks, don't you? That's the ideal. But yeah, always, I suppose for putting on a demo in a town, you kind of want to be making sure that what you're doing is within your comfort zone, not pushing yourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but I mean, you're still riding to this day, huh?
Well, yeah, I haven't ridden. I've been riding recently a lot of snowboarding and biking and stuff because I've been living abroad for the last 6-7 years. Then came back sort of in the beginning of lockdown. And then I went to that comp recently. Well, it's not that recent now, is it? That was wicked. It was good to ride a centre again at Hales.
Hales, yeah.
Yeah. And then last summer I went and rode a bit in Nottingham with the Tramper lads.
Yeah.
A bit down there. And then apart from that, I've not been, I need to get out more, but I haven't really been doing that much. I mean, where I live's perfect for the e-board, but not very good for the gravity board. It's flat as a pancake.
Well, you need to get on one of those.
No. And every time I ride one,
just so you know, Renny, there are going to be people absolutely triggered as fuck right now that you have just called a mountain board a gravity board.
I was actually going to slide and say fuck all there.
You're not allowed to say that.
But yeah,
Some people shit.
Can't skate them, but they're bloody hard to skate.
Oh, they are. That's for sure. I used to skate mine around London quite a bit, but
Did you do it like 1 foot in the binding at the front? Yeah, that's good. And then when you catch your back heel in that wheel,
and it
like
just
high
straight over. You have to like push with a really like your John Wayne.
Your leg.
Your legs like 4 foot away from the board,
and you only go about 3 meters. When you take the foot off. But every time I ride one of those e-boards, so yeah, I'm buzzing off the tips. They're good.
Yeah. Well,
I just need to get one. Ted keeps pestering me, and like I say, I just got to get on and do it.
You definitely need to do it. Join the new revolution.
I know. I'm anti the revolution. Fuck the e-boarders. Look for the gravity.
You need to sell one of them motorbikes of yours.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I've got these motorbikes that I'm not using enough, so I need to keep using them. And then when I get bored of that, when I can't walk from using them, I'll get the e-board.
That's it. Hopefully that they'll still be around to tickle your fancy. Then that's for sure.
No, the right motorbike session just gone. But it's the same as like mountain boarding, isn't it? Apart from the socials, not as good.
Well, it's all right when you hang out with the OGs, right?
yeah, of course.
Definitely need to get on. I hope the scene. I mean, it's all still pretty niche, isn't it? Mountain boarding, geez. If we look at mountain boarding as a niche, someone once said to me that electric boarding is a niche within a niche, and like, they ain't far wrong. But I do think that there will probably come a time when the balance, if it isn't already or nearing, the balance of e-boarders will be bigger than gravity.
Gravity boarding.
But there's a time and place for both, and this is the thing, Renny.
Well, the thing is with the e-boarding, what do you call it? Electric boarding. What's the official word?
Electric mountain boarding, I suppose, is its longhand. But fuck saying that, I don't know. Who knows what's right and what's wrong? It's only
riding on
people having a giggle, isn't it? Call it even. I like to go analog and electric. I seem to use that a bit more. I've heard acoustic and electric. I've heard, what was the other one?
What's that mean?
Well, you know, like you've got an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar. So
okay, I can understand now. Yeah.
Who said that? Because that's quite good, that one.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can't.
As long as it wants to be sunny, I don't mind.
I tell you what, the thing with the e-boarding is good. You don't mind bloody going down the hill because you can bloody get back up the thing without walking.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like at mine and Dan's age, for a dream come true, we can go out and do 20 miles.
Well, even at a youngster age, when you can't be asked to go back up the hill, because
it's true. I mean, I did about two and a half hours on the mountain board at Ramwick on the weekend.
Yeah, but that was solid riding, not like walking, was it?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Walking back up with
you're on your acoustic.
Yeah, I went out on
the acoustic.
I went out on the non-powered one for a couple of hours because it's not a different ride, but it is a different ride.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They're so light by comparison, and there's obviously there's no brakes. You've got to use the terrain. You've got to use your body to slow down or check speed, or you've got to look for the terrain to build momentum and stuff like that. And and I still get a massive buzz out of that. I really do, and I don't. It's not quite the same with the electrics, and you get to walk up and have a chat and stuff like that. So I did 2.5 hours or so of that, and then I took that board back to the car and got the ebe out, and then done another 1.5 hours on that and ragged that round, and it was wicked. But it was but then going from the weight difference.
You almost need to go the other way around, don't you? Because when you go from the heavier to the light,
but you're floating.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy when you get back on the board and you like just do that, and it's like nothing's on your feet, is it?
Yeah. I mean, like I say, there's place for them both. I've said it before, and I'd like to see them both continue to grow, because I like them both. I don't think that in the future that we will necessarily see it as one or the other. It is just mountain boarding. One's got motors on, the other one hasn't. It's still mountain boarding.
Yeah, it's the same principle, stood sideways.
Although one thing I will say is, and you mentioned earlier, is the going uphill. Like, how many new techniques do you think you've learnt, Sloggs, since having your e-board?
Oh, load! Like going uphill, like you're doing the exact opposite of what you've been doing down here. So your weight's all on your back foot. You're literally like pulling your nose up, trying to get up these hills, aren't you? Getting as much weight on the motors as possible on the tyres.
Well, it's almost sometimes more fun going up on them than it is coming down, isn't it?
Because it's a new experience, isn't it?
It's like that with the motorbike, to be honest, going up the hills is sometimes better than going down it, isn't it? So it's the same, obviously, with the e-board.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
You're never too sure if you're going to hold that traction, are you?
Yeah. I mean, that's it. We did, was it Wild Garlic?
Is that video you put on?
Not the one that Jack filmed, the drone footage.
Yeah, that was amazing. Where was that?
That was Randwick. That was one of the bowls there. I don't know if that run has a name, but there's 2 other runs that I know the names of at Randwick now, and that's Wild Garlic and Jawbreaker. Not Jawbreaker, Joe, but in a northern accent, because that's how Andy Scuzz said it originally, apparently. Jawbreaker.
Where is it? In near Bristol then?
Yeah, it's Stroud way.
Oh, near
over near Birkbeck.
Yeah. Oh, like in between Bristol and
And it looked pretty fast, especially for this time of year.
Well, the leaves looked amazing. Like you were like drifting it in.
And it was pretty much as the conditions that day were as perfect as you can get.
It was like
rained a few days,
leaves a bit, and then
yeah. End of winter as well. So a lot of the leaves that fell down in autumn have already started breaking down. But you had a nice little top layer of still good leaf, but underneath was real light. Oh, it was lush. It was lush. Loads of traction. Hard enough where it hadn't been raining too much. That went weird, didn't it?
I was just going to go and get a beer.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Was it? I'll hold it.
Why are we all echoing? I stopped. That's all right. But yeah, it was as good as it gets.
It did look fun. It really did.
But yeah, so we were riding the other trails there, Jawbreaker, and
do you want to should we do
Garlic down?
Maybe have a look in the fridge.
Ah, look at that. That is a well-stocked fridge there, Renny.
Good fridge. We don't use the fridge. Oh, bastard. Just kicked it.
What was it?
Kicked that bloody skateboard.
The one you just left in the middle of the floor?
Yeah.
Opening a bottle with a fork.
Yeah, so that was like you said, the video looked good.
Yeah, but there's some of the other runs there. I mean, Jessup, bless him, was riding a standard mountain board all day, and he put in some fucking stellar lines that I have got on video. But yeah, I mean, the guy was riding some of these down. But then, like I say, we would ride down in the afternoon with the electrics, and then turn around and ride back up the same lines, the same single track that you ride
back up the same lines.
Sorry,
you could get back up, no problem, man.
Yeah.
It wouldn't it wasn't spinning out.
No. A couple of places. No, really. No, all the time you've got momentum on them things on your side. You'll get up most things. It's when you stop or go too slowly. You know, like it's like stalling on a bike and on a bike or something like that, or not having the revs high enough when you're pulling away. It works too hard. But the moment you're going, isn't it? You just keep that momentum up. You're there. We need to get you out on it some more. Get back over Tramper. Let Ted persuade you.
I've got the guys next door to me. I just need to get on with it, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Right, should we get back onto actual mountain boarding?
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck me e-boarding.
What are you currently riding, Renny? What's your setup?
I've got a Leon Robbins with a bomber on it. I think it's an ex-demo one.
Yeah, I've got a bomber. That's what my current ride is.
I've had that for, since about 2008, I think. It keeps going strong. So, yeah, that's it, really. I've just had the same board out of the box, changed a few bits and bobs on it. It's been pretty solid. Couple of tyres, that's it.
Happy days. You had the pleasure of being on the team with Leon, didn't you?
Yeah. I saw Leon, what was it, about 4 years ago.
Right.
Because he lived quite close to where I was in Canada. So I saw him a couple of times.
Yeah.
He's still a lunatic. I went snowboarding with him. I didn't see him all day.
You hardly went snowboarding with him then.
Yeah, he was just at the top of the hill and was like, "See you later." Fucking went for it.
Oh man.
No, it wasn't that bad, but he was. It was good fun. Good to see him.
I must admit, I'm so glad that you made the effort in your life to go out and do some seasons on the snow. I know, like you said, that you were doing it as a kid, but I remember on one of my seasons that you were in France. You were simultaneously in another resort, and somebody had been between the two and visited you in one resort and then come and seen me in Courchevel. and I said, they said that we've been over to see who. It's going to bug me who it was now, but they said something, and I was, yeah, we've seen Renny over there, and I said, how's he doing? They were like, yep, he's still busting like 5s and 7 over the biggest things in the park. Is been sacked from his job, or he was or had been thrown out of some bar the night before for being Larry. I don't know what it was, but
I got sacked.
So it was. I am right. Did this happen?
No, I got sacked on my bloody day off. I wasn't even working and got sacked.
That's quite impressive.
It was a Long Island iced tea challenge. You had to try and do 4 of them. So I did manage 4 of them, but I don't think I could stand up then. And I was just acting like a knob. And I think it didn't go down very well. So they said, "That's it. You've lost your job."
Oh, nice.
So it was a bit-
Where were you then on that season?
In Val d'Isere.
Right.
I was working in a nightclub. I was collecting glasses, just running around 9 till 4 in the morning, collecting people's mind sweeping basically.
Getting paid to go mine sweeping.
Getting paid to God, the amount of booze I had another guy mind sweeping with me. The amount of full pints we had and full like vodka, whiskey, coke, vodka, coke, everything. You name it, you could get pissed. Well, we did get pissed every night, but it was terrible for your health. It didn't last very long. It lasted 2 weeks.
I got to say, I used to be a bastard for that. It'd get to like about, I don't know, midnight, 1 o'clock, and I'd be out in the clubs and whatever. I didn't care whose drink I was drinking. I'd just start picking up people's drinks and just.
So many people leave the drinks, don't they? So it's crazy not to drink them.
Yeah. I mean, I saw one bloke, right? He was drinking his drink. He was drinking his drink and he put it down and then turned away to talk to someone. And I thought, just left out there. What's that going?
It wouldn't be very good in the COVID times, would it?
No, it would not. So have you, going back to mountain boarding, have you, you said that you didn't demo or that across Europe. Have you been on many travels with your mountain board as such? Have you
I've lived in Australia and hang out with Dildo Dog.
Dildo.
I was lucky enough to hang out with him, so that was wicked.
How long was that?
Must be 5 years ago. About 5, maybe longer. Shit, I've been back. Might even be longer, 6 or 7.
Right.
So it was so bloody hot in his house. It was like 40 degrees when we were there. It was too fucking hot. But we went out and rode. It was amazing. He's got such good places to ride. He showed me the rails that he hits, and I was like, bloody hell, these rails. Obviously, you watch the videos, but when you actually look at the rail in real life, and you're like, shit, that's gnarly.
Did he manage to persuade you to get up your rail game or anything whilst you're out there then?
Yeah, he tried to get him to hit one, and I was like, fuck, if this goes tits up, it could be a long recovery. I like rails, but I didn't have the balls to step up to it.
Yeah,
some of I'd have done a few smaller ones, but some of the rails he's hitting are absolutely gnarly. I know, it's hard to tell in the videos always, but the run-ins aren't great. You've got to ollie up a little curb, and then you got 2 seconds to think, and then you're on the rail.
Yeah,
dodgy little line in. It was cool.
As much as videos are cool to watch, you never really can tell what it's like when you're in the conditions there, or have it like you say, having those little bits.
He had a wicked setup in his not in his garden, but to the side of his house. There was a building block, and he had pretty cool ramp set up and stuff there. So no, it was wicked. New Zealand tried to hit up a guy called Ben Toolman.
Right.
He used to ride. He was from a Kiwi guy. I did speak to him, but he said he wasn't riding anymore and stuff. So
were you carrying your board around with you on your back?
No, because when I went to Australia, I didn't have I didn't take a board with me.
Right, just borrowed.
Yeah. Actually, what I did at Dylan's. Must have borrowed his board. Borrowed a board off him. Yeah, I never took a board with me, which is probably, it's a bit out of order, really, isn't it? I should have taken one with me.
No,
you shouldn't go anywhere with
hard to lug. I mean, what you're going to do? You're not going to go all the way up to Australia, strip down a Comp 26 or something like that, and chuck it in your suitcase. What kind of fucking nutter does that?
You would have done that.
I didn't do that. No, I took a skateboard and just strapped it to the side of my bloody
That's the thing. I skated a lot in Oz and surfed a lot. I've not done much surfing in my life, so I was kind of dedicated to surfing.
Yeah.
When I was there, and then New Zealand, there were some wicked spots there for mountain boarding, but I didn't actually mountain board in New Zealand. Canada, I mountain boarded.
There is
not done it in America.
There's definitely a centre in the making, or
there was one in New Zealand years ago. It looked amazing.
It's something like Metawang. I'm going to absolutely I'm going to find it and try and pronounce it.
Just go for it, Dan. I'm looking forward to this.
Metawanga, something like that. I don't know whether I'm not going to find it now. Am I? I'm under pressure. I'm not going to even try and look for it. But suffice to say, there is now a mountain board centre out in New Zealand.
New Zealand hills are perfect for it because they're not like too gnarly. They're quite not
rounded.
No, I mean
quite rounded. And there's the sheep out there to keep the grass trimmed.
You got to keep the grass trimmed, yeah. Oh dear.
So going back to the UK sort of mountain boarding, did you manage to get any titles to your name or anything like that over the years, or were you?
I went to the scrapyard the other day and took a load of metal which I'd collected up to the scrapyard, but I got plenty of trophies. I don't know what they're for. I can't remember what they're for. I'll have to read them one day.
I love this. I love it. The anti-hero of competitions, Renny. Like people go there, to have a good time first, and to win or try to win very narrowly behind. And I'm sure that's your ethos in some way, shape, or form. But it always comes across that you're more there to have a good time than anything else. You just happen to be good enough to warrant getting medals and trophies and stuff like that. I definitely try my hardest to win, but also try and have a good crack as well at the same time. I mean, what was the classic? Was it you doing the through the leg helmet pass and things like that? And I'm sure that maybe I might be right in thinking someone like Dersham or Van der Witt was doing it in America as well. But were you taking? I'm sure I remember seeing you going over the bugs kickers, taking a helmet off, passing it through your legs, and sticking it back on your head. Probably Joe Jones was probably sitting there going like that. Helmets.
I think we did. I did get a bollocking for doing it. Because I did it quite a few times, not just the once. And then they were like trying to say no. Obviously, don't do it. It's a bit dangerous, which is kind of fair enough, isn't it?
You're fucking holding me down, man. This is my artistic integrity you're fucking messing with.
You should have just
Joe Jones.
Should have had two fucking helmets.
Yeah.
Just one in your fucking head and just fucking play or a fucking yo-yo, like round the world through your head.
Go full Harlem Globetrotter and fucking.
Oh dear.
So are we gonna see you back on the competition this year? I think by now it's fairly safe to say that the whole community knows about my wife and Sloggs' wife's birthday on last weekend in July. Well, are you coming along?
When? What is this for your birthday?
No, for our wives' birthdays.
Oh, for your wife's birthday. They got the same dates.
Yeah, don't tell them, Renny, but we've organised a little mountain board competition, just to run alongside. But we've asked if we can come along and celebrate the birthdays there. If we'd love for you to come along and try and win some trophy.
Send us a date and I'll try and get down.
30th, 31st of July.
I'll scribble it down. I brought my diary.
Just in case you're not reading between the lines, Renny, it's the ATBA UK Championships on the 30th and 31st.
Not fucking interested in that. It's like doing a podcast with a puppy.
I'll write it down now. It's in the diary.
There you go.
Right, next.
30th and 31st of July, Claire and Lorna's birthday.
So we're having a gig gangbang on the 31st of July.
Yeah, that's it. We're all going dogging up bugs.
What's it? What day is it?
It's a Saturday and a Sunday.
The 30th.
30th and 31st of July.
There you go.
Boom.
Can you read it?
I can see. That's it. That's it. Hold up. Is that a 2019 diary?
No, this is in date. Right, that's one date sorted.
That's one date sorted. Cracky, do you want us to go through some other dates with you? We can fill your diary up for you.
Yeah.
If you want. It's Sloggs' birthday. Matt Brind is organising a birthday.
I've seen that. The Cardiff is the end of this month, is it?
Yeah, you going to that?
I really want to come to it, but I think you're going to be in bloody Canada.
Oh, well, consider yourself invited.
I saw it. He came up on Facebook. But is it the end of this month?
No, start of April.
9th of April, I think, or 10th of April.
No, I might be away, you see. That's the problem.
Well, fucking cancel it. That's two things now.
You go with him. I'll do the weekend with Renny when we drive out in his van to Canada, and then you can drive back with him in the van.
Oh, that's cool, man. For my birthday.
For your birthday.
Back, I'll definitely come along because that skate park looks wicked.
It does, doesn't it? You've ridden it now, haven't you?
No, I've never ridden it.
No, Sloggs says.
Oh,
What skate park?
Ramp World in Cardiff?
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there a couple of times, but that was the first time on the mountain board. I only hit the foam pit though, but the rhythm section was really fucking good there as well.
Does it work well on the mountain board?
Yeah, well, if you can mountain board well, yeah. So you'll be all right.
Yeah, but you don't have to like stop at the bottom and then hike back up, or can you pump back up to the top?
Yeah, well, yeah. It's a back and forward rim section with like a 180 berm, a wooden berm.
Can you carve around the berm, or do you have to tick?
Yeah. The boys were carving the berm.
Oh, nice.
And there's like one side's got a berm, the other side's got like a big quarter at the end.
Yeah.
So you just come back up. You come back up over.
No, like I said, I've seen the videos of it. It looks wicked. Is it being newly done up then?
I don't know how new the refurb is, but it's been refurbed since I went up there last.
Yeah, it said it looks good anyway. Are you lads going to that then?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Mad keen for it, Renny. Mad fucking keen for mountain boarding, my friend.
I'm in the country. I'm more than happily come. Could you see me then, or was you looking up the ceiling?
we was looking at your forehead for a little while, but
I just
I'll tell you next time it happens.
How come you've got nice backdrops and I haven't?
Because the budget allows. The budget allows for bloody dust pans.
What else have you got? What's 23? Is that your riding number?
That's my riding number. Yeah.
Is that like Michael Jordan? Oh, he's 32, isn't he?
No, Michael Jordan's 23, LeBron James, 23, David Beckham. All the greatest of all times are all number 23. That's why Sonny Dibben, I don't even fucking know what number he's got, but it ain't 23. Just saying.
What number is Sonny?
I don't know. The number of the fucking beast. What is it? I wish I could reel off the old flirt divert number, because that's Dibben's number.
Do they still have
118.
flirt? Right, we're getting out of order here with flirt. Wait, should we talk about boarding? Because I'm going to flirt divert.
Yeah, let's go into it. Look, we're coming up an hour and a quarter. It's flown by. I thought it was about 40 minutes in. I'm not
How
even.
do you know how long it's been going on for?
There's a clock up in the top corner of my screen that tells me the time.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I haven't got.
No, it's just on my computer. Or I've got
Yeah.
Oh, you got a clock.
a clock. Yeah, I've got a clock.
Oh wow!
Well, yeah.
Look you out with your fucking.
Should we go? Do you want to do a 10 set, or should we do some readers' questions?
Do some readers first.
Okay.
I always like the readers because I don't know them beforehand. I'm too busy editing to do any of that shit.
Let's go to WhatsApp. We've got 2 people from WhatsApp.
Is there any females on there asking questions?
Right. So this one, well, we don't do genders. We don't assume genders on here or anything. But this one is from Dave Compton. This is actually, he's not. I say it's from Dave Compton. I think it's from one of your fans, Renny. But
Is that see that 1997 on your top?
yeah,
The first comp I got a free holiday with pleasure.
did you,
Yeah, they were good prizes back then.
Renny? We went. Do you remember that we went out on holiday to Pleasure?
No, with Joe Jones, Ed Firth, and I loved it. Amazing.
Yes, I wish my memory was better, but I do remember there being a lot of fucking carnage on that holiday. A lot of
carnage. Yeah. Right, back to Compton.
as well, he was there.
Stood up, I saw it. Compton, get on with Compton.
Yeah. Right. This is just an audio here. He's sent in an audio file.
What a lazy prick!
Well, you'll see why. It's nice. I don't judge.
Oh,
Not him wanking in a van, is it?
It's just the sound of him gently pissing on someone whilst they're asleep in a tent.
Hello, it's Dave Compton here. My mate has a question for Renny Myles.
Hey, this is quite professional.
Did you ever practice?
Or did you just go to competition?
Did you just go to competition?
Cheers, Renny.
Did you get that?
I got it. A lot of training every day, push-ups, sit-ups, healthy diet, a lot of balancing. No, I did actually practice a lot. Yeah, did proper practice. We used to ride my board at least 2-3 times a week. Mainly just free riding, like in the woods and stuff. Then a little wooden kicker, which I used to hit. Like try and do like 10 indie grabs, and then 10 tail grabs, and then 10 melon grabs, roast beef grabs. There'd be like 10 180s or something. So yeah, I'd say I probably practiced quite a lot.
Did you have like a setup at home that you
Not
rode?
really. I had just a wooden ramp. That was it.
Yeah.
Not a decent setup, but it was like a 2-foot kicker. I don't think I've ever done more than a 180 off it.
Did you ever have a local centre? Were you ever like a park monkey?
No, because there wasn't one. Basically, used to obviously come like from the age of 16. Most of the summer was spent down in like Ledbury. So then we go to like out to grass, Court Farm. Obviously, Bugs wasn't really open. That was sort of later on. Then Bugs came, and then just hanging out, like checking out new potential parks and stuff. You know, when it was booming, people were like oh, can you build a park here? And we'd go there, assess it, and ride it and stuff like that. Most of that. I didn't ever have like a bunch of mates locally that I rode with, which is a bit of a shame, really.
Yeah.
But it was always mainly travelling down south to hang out with you, Lou.
To connect with people, to connect with other mountain boarders then.
Pretty much, yeah. My mates up here had never been interested in it. I don't even think I could get them to come to a comp.
Yeah. What do they make of you doing it then? Because obviously your mates must have seen, oh well, all right, Renny goes away every weekend, comes back, and he's, you know, doing all right at it, doing demos and stuff like that. What did your schoolmates think of it and stuff like that?
Well, they're all, most mates up here are all like farmers, so they're just, obviously in the summer they're like pretty much flat out working.
Yeah.
So I was obviously meet up with them in the pub and stuff, and they weren't bothered about they're not into four-wheel boarding.
They're talking about tractor tyres and you're talking about
more about tractor tyres going 4 mile an hour, de-stoning and stuff, ploughing fields at 5 mile an hour. Well, how much your combine's losing, how much seed it's not picking up and stuff.
Well, there you go. I think you've answered that in there. You definitely, by the sounds of things, must have been practicing at some point, and it certainly seems to have stood you in good stead.
No, I would say I didn't just practice. I did it because I enjoyed it. Obviously, like any sport, the more hours you put in, hopefully the better you might get. Isn't it? So.
When you were growing up, did you ever have any sort of ambitions for mountain boarding? Did you think that
I always wanted to be able to do a backflip? Backflip was like key. I was like, I wish I could do a backflip, but obviously it wasn't. No one ever did them because the boards were so heavy.
Yeah,
like the biggest thing was like probably a 360. If you could do a 360, that was it. You were like the king. And then it was like backflip. If anyone could do a backflip,
Do a backflip. Do a backflip.
Yeah. So I was like, right, I'm going to try and learn one of those. So I started learning that. Ended miserably a lot of times. And finally got one.
I think
obviously I'm trying to win stuff, trying to win competitions, and but then the good guys came along and started kicking ass.
Well, from where I was standing, Renny, you look like you was holding your own. Let me tell you, you always look like you was holding your own. Who was the other questions from? I've got to go back to my diary. And excellent. So this next one,
fucking diaries there.
Yeah, I've got.
There's yours, Sloggs.
Can you do it like Sloggs has a Filofax, I think he calls it.
No, I've got a wife. Claire's got all the information I need because I haven't fucking got a clue what I'm doing.
Where are you sat, Sloggs? Are you in a garage then, Dad?
I'm in my garage, yeah.
I'm in my son's room.
What, is he not in there then?
No, he only comes over here every other weekend. So,
right.
so for like 95% of the time, it's my boardroom.
Is that all your boards and stuff on it then?
Yeah, that was my first skateboard. So like,
is that like the classic penny? What brake is it?
It's like I think it's a Veriflex. But like, I had that when I was about 7 or 8. An older skater gave it to me when he went onto his first wooden deck.
Yeah.
So he gave me that when I was about 6 or 7. So like what, 81, 82?
That's crazy. And you've kept it ever since then?
Oh no, it's not the exact one. It's one I bought off eBay.
Ah, right, yeah.
But the same, yeah. But it's not the one. I wish it fucking was. The one was completely banana yellow. Had yellow wheels as well.
Yeah.
But
No,
like,
it's mad. All the crap that you always want to keep, you get rid of, you wish you'd kept, doesn't it?
yeah, definitely.
Right.
Well, I've got a few.
You got the B Unlimited in there.
Yeah, I've got one of them.
That's a new one, isn't it? New one.
No, it's an old one.
Yeah, but it's a new shape one, isn't it?
Oh, I've no idea.
When they started going in production.
I wouldn't know the difference, to be honest.
They're wicked, they are.
They're a good laugh, yeah, good laugh to jib on. I take it out occasionally, but it's not something you. Yeah,
you don't have to like. You can get up stuff and tic tac.
Just pop over roots and shit, can't you?
Right.
What was the guy? The guy that invented that. I've forgotten his name.
Tim Paddock.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
Try Birkbeck's as a lead on him. We've asked about if he can chase it up and see if we can try and get hold of him to actually have a chat with him, because I think he'd be quite cool to have on the dirt.
I don't think he's around anymore, though, is he? Is he still around?
I don't know.
I think he's gone.
Oh.
I think so. From what I heard.
Oh, well, that would be sad.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. Moving swiftly on, then, in case. Tim Paddock, please.
Next question.
Let's pass it over to Amon.
What's up, Dirt Podcast gang? I wanted to ask Renny if he still has his Reliant Robin, and does it still have a towel rail or something that's a radiator on the bonnet? And if he has still got it, are you coming to pick me up to go for a drive? See you in a bit.
What's that? It's meant to be mountain board related, isn't it? Not three-wheeler related.
Well,
it's an Outback.
If you watch Amon's episode, he does talk about how highly he regarded his time being picked up and ferried about by you in your various cars and stuff like that. The big red van for one of them, and now we learn about a Robin Reliant. I didn't know you had a Robin Reliant.
Yeah, I've had it for a while.
Have you still got it?
Yeah. Still got it. The best bit about it was I was trying to research to buy parts, for it, because part was broken on it. And you got to guess which mountain board centre has got a Robin Reliant storage, like parts. Just take it.
It's got to be Bugs, right?
No.
Head up.
Right. In that area, there's a Robin Reliant, like, spare parts place at an old mountain board centre now.
Out to grass. So I was buying bloody parts for my Robin Reliant from Out to Grass. He's got all them warehouses down the bottom, hasn't he? And there's a guy that buys them and obviously strips them and sells the parts. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've still got it. We had a bit of a mishap in it a couple of years ago. Went off rallying in it, and we drove it into a big, them wooden fences. We were lucky no one got hurt. Yeah, we drove into the wooden fence, basically. Like a bar. What do you call it? Like a big log that comes across the... like a fence. A fence. A fence. Let's just call it a fence.
A gate.
Basically, we drove it into a big log.
Right.
And it ripped the wing off. But thank God no one got hurt, so we're all good. So I have got it in a garage. So when I get 5 minutes, I'll fix it up and send it off.
Is it a fiberglass one?
Yeah, fiberglass one, yeah.
Yeah.
The other day I was chatting to a bloke about it. It's really hard to get someone with some knowledge on it.
Yeah.
I've got a Haynes manual now for it. I picked that up a couple of weeks ago.
Up in Camborne, there's a Trotters Independent one out the back of a pub that's been living up there for a while, and he's also got another Robin, but with like some mad body kits on it. Like it looks fucking whack, but in a really cool way. Like, well, not.
Was it
not
sat
cool.
on the roof?
No, it's not sat on this roof. They've probably all gone on their roof. Have you rolled your Robin?
Surely you get to...
It's dead easy to. Well, it's not dead easy to roll. You'd have to give it a little bit. But the thing is, if you roll it, you'll end up spending 3 days bloody gluing it back together. So I've never rolled it because it would just. It's like made of paper. So
we had a Reliant Scimitar.
They're good.
They look good as well.
Yeah, don't they just?
I think they've got a V6 in them, haven't they?
I don't know if it was V6 or V8. It was a GTE one.
There's a lot of power with no weight to it, is it?
Yeah. It was my... When I think back to my childhood, that was the car that was my dad's car. You know, he's had loads of cars, but that was the one that I liked the best.
Mine
still
does the Mark II Cortina, black with a black vinyl roof with black leather interior that you just scorch the fuck out of your legs if you went to the beach on it.
In your short shorts back in the day.
It's a banging car. That was fucking lovely. That was a GT, I think, GTE.
What engine did those things have in? The Cortinas, they were V6s as well, would they?
Possibly. I got no idea.
I don't know much about them. But the Scimitars, I'm constantly looking on eBay and Facebook at three-wheelers, and the Scimitars always come up.
Oh, I can't think of another car that Reliant made.
The kitten one.
They made a kitten. All right.
Reliant Kitten, it's called. It's a Reliant 4 wheels. Look it up. Facebook.
Well, I'm going to now. I'm definitely going to have a look at that now. Well, not right now. After we've finished it.
We'll get on and fix the Reliant one day, but like so.
What was the significance of a towel rail?
The radiator broke. So I took an old towel rail, which I'd done from a plumbing job, and just plumbed it up as the towel rail. It was perfect. It worked fine. I'll send you some pictures one day.
Is that that's the kitty or kitten?
That's the kitten. Yeah.
So it's basically like a Robin, a 4-wheeler, but a Robin.
It's the same engine as a Robin, but it's got an extra wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the same sort of nose as a Robin as well. Probably a bit wider though.
Yeah. I think they're good car, good because they obviously no weight to it again.
We obviously got it off there for a bit. How long were you driving around with a Reliant Robin with a towel warmer as a radiator?
Oh, for years. For years, but it was not on the. We were driving it in like public footpaths and stuff.
All right, so there's a green laner as opposed to
it was a green laner, yeah, not actually driving it on the road. Driving it as a green laner. So drive it as a wagon.
Oh, that is. I just got mad images. You're fucking batshit crazy, Renny. Like, I don't know, and I fucking love it. I love hearing these little things like that. But I always have so many questions, like to try and wrap my head around. For me, if my radiator went, I'd go to the garage, and a mechanic could fit me a new radiator. Like
the radiator
to my car.
The radiator was 100 quid, and I paid 500 quid for the car. I'd made
the most expensive bit on the car.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dear. I ended up buying a radiator. I have got a radiator for it, not the official one. I bought a stainless one for it, and it's terribly fitted. I just sort of threw it in there and chucked the pipes on.
Did you used to take Renny out? Did you used to take Amon out in this? Have you taken Amon out in this freeway?
Normally, most people, when it was up and running, the first thing I'd say to them, if they've not been before, I'd be like, right, we're going rallying, and the Reliant. That's like introduction to come and see me. I said it like drive it for a bit, and then be like, get out, and then it's your turn to drive now.
Amazing.
I think he has, I'm sure he's been in it and driven it.
Yeah,
He must have been.
must have been. Like say he says that he spent most weekends as when he was growing up. He said, "Oh, not most weekends, but a lot of weekends." You would come and pick him up, and the pair of you would drive down to Bugs.
Even like I had a guy that came. He used to skate Bondi Bowl with him in Australia, and he moved near here, and he got a spin in the Robin Relied. It's like, welcome to England.
Well, Renny, 3 weeks' time, I'm up in Nottingham. Get the Reliant going.
I'll be in Canada.
I've got one more Reader's Wives question for you, and this comes in.
Reader's Wives. Is this Reader's Wives?
Reader's Wives, yeah, that's it. And this comes in from our good friend Steve-O Birkbeck. Let's get him up full volume.
Yeah, glad you made it onto the podcast, dude. When I was on it, I actually, believe it or not, voted you as my favourite ever mountain boarder. So that begs the question, Renny, really?
Does that mean I have to vote for him?
That wasn't a question. That was a fucking order.
He looks better on in camera than he does in real life.
You ought to see it when he hosts that bloody what's the antiques program that he hosts. Not Deal or No Deal. That's Noel Edmonds. Dickie Davis.
What is he on the bloody Antiques Roadshow?
Dickie. I can't remember the name of the bloody program now. The joke's kind of gone because I can't remember the fucking name.
The Hammer one.
That's it.
The Hammer
or something like that.
Under the Hammer, yeah. Is he been on that?
No, he hosts it.
He doesn't host it. His wannabe lookalike. Bloke that's on My Hammer wants to look like Birkbeck.
So yeah, I suppose we better at least do him the justice of answering his question, but I've got a feeling that this may well take away from one of Sloggs' 10 set.
We can just do a 9 set.
Or make one up on the... We can... Right, while he's answering this slot, think of who you can give Renny as a snog, marry or avoid from the mountain board community.
What fucking 10? I'd rather do a fucking unboxing than that.
Right, we'll do an unboxing then.
Right. Renny, who's your favourite rider? See, I've asked the question now.
Well, if I say Steve Birkbeck, will he give me a blowjob?
Who, Sloggs or Steve?
Well, both of you together. For the price of one. What?
Is it Birkbeck?
Seriously now.
Yeah, seriously, who would you say your favourite rider is?
I don't know, they're all good, aren't they? All the blokes riding the boards. And the women.
And the women.
Could it not be a female?
It can be whoever you want. It can be someone who stokes you, it could be someone who
I reckon
it could be fucking you, Renny.
You can vote for yourself if you want.
No, I can't vote for myself.
No, you're not Sonny, are you?
Bloody hell, it's hard on this, but they're all, well, I don't know, maybe like someone like Dave Sansoni.
Good shout there. That's old school.
I used to love watching him. He was fucking like really low, squatted bloke. Obviously got Tommy Kay, all those crew down there. They were all ripped. I mean, there's hundreds of good guys, isn't there?
There is.
Leon.
It's such an impossible question. When you look at it from that point of view, is who's like your favourite.
Right? Like Brindy, the Bryn brothers, they're actually destroying it. That still to this day, that double backflip 1 footer that he does is unreal.
No. But that Nitro Circus.
I'll go Dave Sansoni. Go on, Dave Sansoni. Is he still around?
I don't know whether he's still riding. But I hope he's still around.
He was wicked. I remember.
Kiss of death.
He used to do them 540. I think it was 540s.
Yeah, I remember him doing big old methods and like real tweaked up grabs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean he was. Well, anyway, he'll do.
He'll do.
Right, so Sloggs, you might as well lead this straight into the your 9 set.
Well, I've already done the first question of my 10 set.
Oh, okay. Steve, you didn't get to ask it.
Question number 2. That means there's no blowjobs. Question 1. Reg or goof?
Fucking hell. I don't know why people would ever ride the wrong way round.
Do you not ride switch?
It's always been regular, isn't it? I mean, what exactly? Listen to the name, Goofy.
Birkbeck's
It's the easiest question to answer that. If you get that wrong, you fucking...
Right, parkour.
Really hurting.
Oh no, the back of my head's thumping, man. Right, parkour free ride.
Well, they're both good. They both hurt. Well, I don't know. I reckon I'm still quite into the park, but free ride's definitely good if you can get up the hill. Free ride's hard work if you can't get up the hill. I'll go park. Probably a bit old for that now, aren't I?
You just need an E.
Right, border cross or freestyle?
Well, then what do I have to do? Say one or the other? Am I going to get points at the end of this?
Oh yeah, like if you get them wrong, you get excommunicated straight out of the mountainboard community.
Well, which is the wrong one?
Freestyle's the wrong one.
All right, freestyle it is then. Border crosses for pussies, freestyles for men.
Right, best border cross track for pussies.
The best one. Oh, they've all been good. I used to love that one at Out to Grass. Those triples scared the shit out of you.
Yeah, you had to go big to clear them.
Fuck me. If you tripled, you were like, fuck. But then if you went too quick and like pumped and it spit you out as well. So that was the scary track. If you hit, obviously you could go slow and fast, couldn't you? Green map.
Everyone could get down Out to Grass clean, couldn't they? At a speed.
That was such a good track. So you could like either nail it or just actually enjoy it. That Green Man one, that was sick.
That was good.
They're all different, aren't they? So it's quite hard, isn't it? I'll go Out to Grass then.
Good shout.
Point.
Hair Down was good.
Oh, another point.
That's
3 points. 4 points you've got so far for this question.
Right. Flip or spin?
Flip or spin? What, heads or tails?
Which would you rather?
Well, I don't know. They're both good as well. One's going upside down and one's doing it that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's today's title. One's going upside down, one's going the other way.
I'm going to go for spinning because I'm too much of a pussy to flip. Too scared to go upside down.
What now?
No, I'll obviously go upside down, but I'll just never know which way I'm up.
It's more luck than judgment. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely more luck than judgment every time you go upside down.
Favorite centre, past or present?
Don't know. They're all good as well. Each one's the same. They're all good. Probably go out to grass again for me, I think. Bug sporting. Don't know, that'll do, won't it?
Yeah,
that'll do, man. They're two good, bloody good centres, aren't they?
2 points there, Renny. Totting these up now. You're top of the leaderboard.
Who's got the most points on this?
Right. Favourite board you've ever owned?
I've only ever owned one. Defender 152, all the others I've nicked.
5 points.
Extra point.
Well, I've probably only ridden 3 boards in my spanning career.
Made him last.
Probably a trumpet. Ted, did you hear that? Can you have a free trumpet now?
Yeah. If I say trumpet, can I get a free one?
Front side or back side?
I don't know, what's better?
What's better this time? Not they're both good. No, they're both good this time. What's better?
Well, basically, I've mainly been doing front side for 20 years, and I did my first backside spin last year, so I'm going to go backside now.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'd never spun on a reasonable sized jump backside spin until Hale. Was it Hale? Yeah, it's Hale.
Why is that?
Well, you didn't have to go both ways. I just thought one way was adequate enough. On snowboarding, basically when I snowboard, I learned I was never very good at spinning front side. No, other way, backside. Then snowboarding, I reckon I'm better now at backside because you're taking off on your toes.
Yeah.
So a lot like the bigger jumps, especially on the snowboard, doing a lot more front side. I suppose. Not front side, backside.
Sideways.
Spinning.
Rotating clockwise.
Not that way. That way.
Yeah, but if you're going off switch, then it's front side, isn't it?
True. Right. Last question. But it's split in 2. So the question is favourite trick, but it's the favourite trick you like to perform and the favourite trick you like to watch people do.
Favourite trick I like to watch? Well, crashing is always entertaining, isn't it? Does that count?
You're fucking right.
Everyone likes to crash as long as you can get back up.
Like a pylon in the berm.
Yeah. Board across pile-ups are wicked. As long as everyone walks out nicely. Best trick I like to do, I don't know, probably like a tail grab. I like tail grabs. You grab the truck, it's a good solid grab, isn't it? Favourite trick I'd like to see. I don't know. like big, going big airs.
Anything big.
Anything big.
Big airs.
Yeah, just going big.
Where we at?
We're done, man.
We're done.
Thank you very much for that, mate. It was Oh, and by the way, you passed.
Yeah, and I hope I was all right. I didn't do much prep work for it.
I'm going to look at tying the show up as such now. But before we do, is there anything? I don't know whether I'm. Is there anything you'd like to say? To any shout outs to anybody? Do you want to call anyone out? Call them dickheads, call them pussies, tell them you're going to beat them on the track this year, or anything like that. Do you want to tell your wife and children that you love them?
I don't think they'll be watching this.
Well, just general shout out to all the guys still having it hard now, isn't it? Like, you've got you guys especially keep pushing the sport, doing this kind of work. You can't beat it, can you? It takes a lot of effort and time.
Oh, it does, honestly. Like you won't believe.
I'm gonna fucking figure out a way to get you put some out.
Like, to be honest, if it wasn't for the likes of people like you doing this kind of stuff, then you're not holding what was there together, is it? People just keep spreading out. So big up to you boys, really. Still doing all the guys doing the videos. I'm absolutely terrible at videos. I love watching them, but I don't really do any videoing myself. But obviously, I watch a lot of videos, and that kind of inspires you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it certainly does.
I
love a Sunday evening when everyone's come back from the weekend riding, and then sort of Instagram sort of lights up. All of a sudden, where like loads of people's riding, and think, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, it's good. It's so good now because it used to be like a magazine and that's all you got. Now you can go on the internet and watch all kind of videos you want.
And mountain board ones.
Where are the mountain board ones?
You know what? I have actually started trying to put a few mountain board videos into a playlist on the Dirt, but I can't figure out how to make it public. That particular playlist, it won't let me make public, so I'm going to keep.
Do you want me to have a look at it?
No, you're right.
Yeah, do you want me to sort it out?
I think I'd be fighting a losing battle with you, Spare.
No, I'm really good on the computer now. I've just been doing Zoom calls. No, just general big up to everyone, I suppose, especially to Birkbeck and his dog. I saw a video of Birkbeck shagging his dog in the park the other day. He's good at putting videos up.
Well, he gets Tramper and Amon to make them about him. He's come sick. He's been sick in the UK on e-boarding 2 years on the trot.
He's got bloody professionals doing it for him.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. Well, look, dude, if there's anything, like I say, if there's nothing else, I think I'm going to look to tie it up. I mean, I honestly, mate, I could sit here and chat bollocks all night because, well, we've done it many a time over the years, and we shall continue to do that. But I hope that the listeners and viewers get some form of entertainment out of us. Just fucking rattling through this. Like I say, my cheeks have been hurt a while now, where I've just been smiling so much.
How come you don't have to wear glasses anyway?
Oh, I do. I've got glasses, but I only have to wear them if I'm looking at an Excel spreadsheet.
Well, you can see me with them out then.
No, it's better not seeing it. It's better blurry.
You're quite red-eyed with these on.
Oh, am I?
But without them, you look less red-eyed.
They're not red tinted, are they, by any chance?
Have you ever here's something for you, Renny. Have you ever noticed that when you close your eyes, it all goes really dark as well?
I never closed my eyes before.
Oh man, gentlemen, that might be the fucking program title. I've never closed my eyes before.
I don't know, man. There's been a few corkers.
There's been some great ones.
So we'll see you on the night.
When are you lads next riding then? Are you riding pretty much every other weekend or?
Yeah, I try to ride most weekends.
Yeah,
most weekends.
Yeah, normally over winter I've plied it back a bit, but generally
you're still riding up to the coffee shop and stuff then.
Yeah, summertime it'll start picking up again. Yeah, it depends on the weather. I'll definitely get out if the weather's good. I'll get out, a couple of times, at least 3-4 times a week.
Oh yeah, you're getting a fair bit on it.
Right. But yeah, dude, thank you so much for spending these couple of hours with us here. It's been so entertaining from my point.
It's been fucking brilliant. I've really enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
hope it was useful.
Well, who knows what it'll be? And to be quite frank, I don't care what it is.
I don't think it matters, does it?
No,
I've enjoyed myself, so fuck everyone else.
Yeah. Can't wait to hear myself. It's going to be awful, isn't it? Listening back to yourself. Like you said to you, I could talk for ages. There's so much you need to talk about, but it's never ending, isn't it?
That's it. I mean, trying to dig up the memories on the spot, and then guaranteed you think afterwards, I should have spoken about this, or wish we'd have spoken about
things when I said you're on is I'll talk about so and so and so and so, but like so not even touched on them.
Yeah, conversation just sort of meanders, doesn't it?
You talked about Robin Reliance.
Yeah, that's kind of the beauty of it, though, as well. And I have to say, everybody that I've spoken to enjoys the meandering as much as the mountain boarding as well, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, thank you very much for coming on, dude. I'm going to press the button in a minute. All our screens are going to go black. Have a good one.
See you on the 9th, mate. Looking forward to it.
See you in the near future. I've got one date in the diary now.
Put the 9th in for Brindy's birthday. I mean, Sloggs' birthday.
What, 9th of what?
April.
That's Brindy's.
Yeah, but you might be away.
What, is that your birthday as well?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's my birthday. I think Matt set up just the weekend for my birthday in celebration of my 47th.
When's Brindy's birthday then?
I don't know. I don't think it matters. Does it?
Are you going to be 47?
Eh?
You're going to be 47?
Yeah, I'll be 47, yeah.
Will you? You don't look 47, do you?
Oh, shut up.
It's at least 54.
It's them fucking glasses again.
9th of March. I'm on bloody March, that's why.
I think you're on holiday, Renny.
I know, I think I'll be away, so... Let's get off anyway.
I'll send you some other dates, Renny. I'll send you some other dates and where people are going to be. And it's always good to see you, brother.
Yeah, good
Speak to you soon.
Take it easy, gents.
Good night.
Bye now.
Way, that was dead canny as out that like. Cheers for turning out to listen. Now, before you go on don't forget, if you want to keep getting doing with the Dirty Dirt fun, like and subscribe. Get amongst it. Shy Ben's getting out.